So, starting off the second half of the show, we have Bird and Lucienne, the spoken word duo known as ADHD. So please, y'all, make some noise.
So, I'm going to get this started. I'm going to begin. My name is Michael. Next will be Lucian, and then Bird. So not too long ago, my uncle and I, we were hanging out. And for the first time, it wasn't the usual nephew-uncle empty conversation, you know, where I act older than I am while he talks about all this shit I don't get because I'm not quite there yet now. I'm a grown man now. And we're doing grown man shit. So anyway, we're smoking. And he's got Bob Marley blasting through the speakers. I mean, this guy has to be the biggest Bob Marley fan. So 10 tracks in, I had to ask. I said, hey, what was it like to be alive and to witness Bob Marley? It's like I drew him back to a place he had been. He said, picture being given front row tickets to a show in 9 Mile, Jamaica. You have no idea who's performing, but hotel and flight fare have been paid for, so you of course show up. You sit down at the head of the crowd, you look up and you see that it's Bob Marley. And now light starts to fly from guitar strings into a crowd of positive people. He pauses to pack a little more Gandhi in his peace pipe, then begins to blow out speakers with legacy music. High-grade dreams of what would have been had we been brave enough to latch on to love for life alone. You start to feel that Malcolm X militant in the undertone of his lyrics, but it sounds so soft, you just want to rock to it. You mess around and rock your nightmares to sleep. You've been dreaming of a place like this, where values aren't bought and silver spoons don't help digest the meaning of life. Down in 9 Mile, where minds are too deep for imprisonment. He said, I bet you never felt this free. You're in the midst of something greater than music that makes the money rain. Don't let this moment go over your head. It's Bob Marley and a guitar that roars like a thunderstorm. No pictures on book bags and t-shirts. Just a 7-song set on a Sunday. We jamming through the sunset, singing Redemption song live on every radio from Kingston to Trenchtown in the house with the forks in the roadkill, cooking for the hungry picnic. They're running around singing, I shot the sheriff, too loud. That's when my uncle started to front. Said, but I shot the deputy. I said, bullshit. He said, if Bob shot the sheriff but did not shoot the deputy, someone had to. I was just a part of the revolution, nephew. Keep imagining. You're in the front row, grilling and cheesing. Like a child, butter bread in a hot skillet on your tiptoes, trying to touch the stage, but it's way too hot. The show is on fire, but you know it comes from God. God willing, he's alive. Bob would have rewrote the word of God. Word is born. This is gospel for Rastas. He kept the key to straight joy twisted in his dreadlocks. He sang for the haves and the have-nots. He loved the poor like a bartender. Their world hung over his shoulders. We threw up our hands and waited for good music. Said if you ever want to know what he was like, he was a few minutes from indescribable. His music still plays from sunset to horizon sun. His sons are proof that legacies don't die, they literally can multiply. He is the very definition of a legend if ever there was one. If ever you want to learn more, you come talk to your uncle and we'll burn one. Thank you.